What time is it? It's real early. Heading south. I'm on a road trip. Gonna do something a little different today. Florida mini season is going to start tomorrow. We're heading down south to find some lobsters with some good friends. All right, we are arriving at the Keys slowly but surely. Going through Long Key, heading south. It's 4:30 in the morning. I just got up. We can be in the water at sunrise. So we did some scouting yesterday, and there's a lot of lobster. We saw 1,000 lobster yesterday. We're getting ready to go out in the boat. We'll try not to be too loud because there are still people sleeping around where we are. But we're getting ready to go get the boat ready, and we'll see you out there in a minute. Alright, so as you can see, it's a tight fit through here. We're not the only people that know this spot. I'm making my little YouTube movie now. And we've been diving for, what have we been in the water, an hour or so? Some good successful diving. Let's go get some more. They got their cheater up here.
Cheater.
Yeah. But it's okay.
Foreplay, Trump's got balls. Mr. Brella, there's the name of your boat. Foreplay.
Interesting stuff.
Trump's got balls.
There's divers everywhere. Let's go find some more, I guess. We're at the first hole, as you can see in front of you. I'm going to go in with a tickle stick, and what you want to do is you want to get them out of the hole first. And then you can stick the net behind him and spook him into the net. What happened here is this guy went in real deep. I could stick my arm in, however, I like to poke around first and try and get whatever's in there out, because if you stick your arm in there and you start feeling around and digging around for that lobster, you might get bit by whatever's in there. There could be a moray eel, there could be a large crab, and you don't want that happening. So you want to make sure it's safe before you stick your arm up in a dark area. So this guy shot out real quick and I missed it on camera, but I ended up catching him, and that's a keeper lobster, and there he is. Particular spot here, the water was only about waist deep, so maybe 3 foot, and the lobsters were being a real pain. They had a deep ledge that they kept going in, and it was double-sided. And here I'm holding on to the ledge, and I'm really getting frustrated, so I'm prodding and poking real hard. Just, that's last resort. And you can see he just shot out the back of the ledge. And I hadn't seen it yet, but when I realize it, I grab the net and I go chase after him. So this lobster goes out into the grass flat, and I'm chasing him. But this guy was a particular pain in the butt that I wanted to show everybody, because what you do is you put the net behind him and you tickle him into the net. This guy had different plans. He was very tricky. He was borderline keeper, and I wasn't sure I even wanted to mess with him, but I went ahead and did it just for entertainment purposes. But he was definitely challenging. You can see he was giving me all kinds of curveballs. finally got him in the net.
That's a lot of work.
So that's a lot of work. The next thing you do is you really want to get a good grip on them. You want to make sure you've got to hold them real solid before you go to measure them, because you don't want to do all that work and have them get away again. He's mad. He's grunting and clicking. So then you get out your measuring stick, and right in front of the horns, you put one end, and the other end shouldn't go past this little piece right there. And as you can see, it's not past it, but it's right real close. So he's a keeper. He was definitely one of the smaller ones of the day, but he makes it, and I put him in my little lobster bag and make sure he's secured and ready to go find another one. Here on the bottom you can see the little lobster, but it's actually not a lobster because it's a little teeny baby lobster molt. Perfect little shell, but he molted out of it so he can continue growing, but I thought that was pretty cool. Here we're checking out the work of Anthony on the third lung. He gets to cheat. He doesn't have to free dive like me. He gets to hang out down there. And for this reason, he doesn't like to use his net or tickle stick. He just sticks his arm in there and grabs a hold of them and tries to rip them out of their holes, which works great. If you can stay down there for minutes on end, it works in a lot of situations. So he did. He bypassed the tickle stick net situation. As you can see, there's more in this head. I think there's another one in this one too. Doing a final count.
We're doing 11, 12.
Still lots of boats, but we're at our limit. 16, show us how to do it. So I just showed Anthony how I do it, because he had never tried it that way. You get the knife and you stick it way in, right underneath, and you cut around, and you get a little extra chunk of meat when you twist it off rather than just twisting it. You do, you really do. There's a lot of meat that actually stays in the head of the lobster when you just twist it, so you get this little extra chunk. I mean, you didn't go quite deep enough, but yeah, I mean, it takes a second. And then, so what you got to do is you got to get the poop out. So what Jackie here is doing is you stick that little tool, and it grabs a hold of their little poop track, intestines, whatever you might want to call that, and you pull that guy out. So then when you're eating it, you're not having to deal with that. Yeah, go deep. So he's going real deep on this one. I mean, it does take an extra second, but you're in a rush, you know. But if you want to get the most out of your lobster, because I don't cook them whole. I mean, some people do. Some people cook them whole. It's like they eat all the meat out through the head. You know, it's just
Where are the teeth you're talking about?
Look at that. There's, see that right there? Like here, right? Stick it right there. These two are teeth. They close
Those?
down together.
Really?
Yeah, you never see. They'll light you up. Yeah, if he wanted to, he could close that down and it squeezes together like this.
Let's grab another one and try.
A mad one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the meat, brother. Yeah, so they can really, that's what they eat and chew through flesh with. And
Oh,
everything.
he is. Ooh,
See, right there. You don't want to stick your finger in there. Because I've seen people get really chomped. Oh, I know. You can really get chomped on by that.
Everyone knows, after a long morning of diving, best thing to do when you're all done and cleaned up, take a plunge in the pool.
Oh, I'm making a mess in my truck. There's chickens everywhere. Oh, they like that. That got their attention pretty quick. I guess they like it.
I like the
But they say they have a different menu, but they share the same thing.
See the Keys breakfast. Pancake spread. Yeah.
Jason, will you toss me a Tropicana?
More?
Well, my stay in the Keys is coming to an end. It's been a fun few days of lobstering and hanging out with friends. But we got a hurricane coming now. Yeah, it's coming. So we're gonna take off here real soon. And we got our lobster limit both days. We had a lot of fun diving. We worked our butts off. And yeah, I showed everyone how to use that tickle stick and the net. It can be challenging at times getting those lobsters out of their holes, but just got to work at it and you will catch those little critters. You'll catch plenty of them, especially down here in the Keys. It's a beautiful place. Definitely recommend everyone comes down here and checks it out for mini season. It's a good family trip. It's just a good time in general. So hope you enjoy the video and thanks for watching. Saying goodbye to the Florida Keys until I see you again, which might be next year. So